We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
On today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is Crazy Jerry's mind-blowing brain damage hot sauce. Alright, so this was around well before I started the blog. I mean, I think this has been around maybe 30 years at this point. It's been around a really, really long time. We have some verbiage here. Okay, about the mascot. You don't care with that. Okay, this is just, who cares? All right, it's just label copy. This is not, the actual Crazy Jerry guy does not own this sauce any longer. I believe it's been bought by the same distributor that does the Cajons now, so... okay, we start with honey, then mandarin oranges, and then red habaneros, then orange habaneros, then we have cloves. We have here the extract, sugar, water, vinegar, salt, chipotle powder, garlic, and I think that's about it. So that's kind of a kitchen sink garbage pail type sauce, really. Obviously, with all the sweeteners in it, it is a sort of a sweet sauce. It's not as sweet as one would expect given all that stuff. There is no restrictor cap, of course. So you can see it pours fairly thin. And to me, the cloves is a mixed bag trying to use it in the sauce, I think, because cloves can very easily overpower and dominate stuff. I think there are some really interesting ideas in this sauce. You can see there's a lot of particulates there. Light orange on the outside, sort of a red orangey thing in the middle. You can see it sticks very, very well, including to this plastic that does not like things to be stuck to it. So you can see it's definitely... I mean, it's a good looking sauce, but I mean, it smells kind of weird. I actually can smell orange. I can't taste it quite as much when I eat it, but cloves are, like I said, they just get to be overpowering. And you can get a sense of habanero in there, but it doesn't last very long before the extract really comes in there and kind of gets punchy. There's a back current of the chipotle as well, but it is not especially prominent. So, all right, let's just get in to the tasting of this. The further I get down in the bottle, the more forceful the extract becomes. There, I didn't really get a sense of I got a brief bit of sweetness, and then the extract hit in that order. So now I'm getting some remnants, some lingering remnants of cloves, and a little bit of chipotle. It's a very strange sauce. So to me, I mean, I think it's really meant to be honestly more of a gimmicky sauce, and just with all those different ingredients, brain damage and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't seem to have anything specific in mind to put it on, and I think that is where it sort of lends some problems. A couple things. As I get lower in the bottle, the extract comes more to the fore. Also, I don't know really where to put this. It isn't great on things. And honestly, for some things, it's not even good. So, here's the thing, right? When you're a reviewer, or if you just buy a lot of sauce before you review stuff like I did, and you get one that's not great, but you've already spent the money and you want to try to punch through it. The two standbys for most chili heads, I think, are probably pizza and chicken strips. So I've got these they're smaller, they're bottom of the bag, these air-fried chicken strips, and they get really hard in the air fryer when you heat them up. So those are the two things. I try not to eat a lot of pizza these days, just for I'm back in training and it doesn't really fit into what I'm trying to do, I guess. So I have it very, very occasionally these days, but alright, so in fact I think the last few times I've had it has been in the context of shooting one of these videos, but alright, so there we have it. We have a little puddle here on the plate, and we're just gonna kind of go through it here. It's just a really strange sauce. I can't put it any other way. It's just weird. It does seem like they use real garlic though. I'm not. I mean, maybe that's the idea, is saying, hey, we've got orange habanero mash. Why not throw oranges in it? I'm assuming something like that is where the genesis of this was, but it really feels kitchen sinky. Like, my assumption is that you wouldn't necessarily try to design the sauce this way. The more you get into it, though, it does get to be kind of foul, and I'm struggling. So this sauce will not be staying with me past well, certainly not past the end of 2021. It's for me it's stuff like this is kind of why I quit buying gimmicky sauces. I had an urge to apparently get a bunch of novelty sauces in 2020. This was one of them, and it didn't come with the pink the hat though, the brain hat. But this just reinforces my idea to stay away from those sauces if you care about flavor. Crazy Dairy, you know what? So he kind of reminds me a little bit of the Crazy Dave character from the Plants vs Zombies video game. And I kind of feel like if Crazy Dave made a sauce, it'd be kind of like this. I liken this to if you started with a fruitcake, like a holiday fruitcake, or that type of cake that has some cloves in it, and then ran through a blender and tried to make it into a sauce. Like, it's kind of what it reminds me of. I'm just getting heavy doses of extract with a sort of vague orangish sweetness to it. I mean, it's got some punchiness to it. It's a little spiky because of the extract, obviously, but this, I guess, just more affirms my feeling that if you add extract to a sauce, you will wreck that sauce by doing that. I think this is a pretty firm example of that. And that's why you don't see very many extract sauces in the blog or in this video series unless I get a wild hair, or unless they happen to be in the Hot Ones show. So, but anyway, that's gonna do it for this not very good sauce. This Crazy Jerry's mind blowing brain damage hot sauce. Gag sauce, novelty sauce. It's one I think to give away because I can't imagine. Some sauces have made their entire history doing stuff like that. So, and there's a place for it certainly, but can't imagine too many people liking the flavor of this. For what it's worth, so. But there you go. The once again the Crazy Jerry's mind blowing brain damage hot sauce.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.